Hi, I'm Robert Meyer. We're here in the foothills of Orange County in Southern California. This is a typical housing development, and we have these acacia plants along the slopes near the lots. Pretty typical out here. But as it turns out, over time, these things grow up to a size and volume the fire authority isn't comfortable with. So they're having us and the other developments around here remove all of this. Well, it turns out that the woodrat, also known as the pack rat, builds its nest in here. About 2 feet down from the top of the leaves will be the top of this nest that it builds in there to protect itself from various predators, owls and coyotes, bobcats, foxes, that sort of thing. But since we got to remove all this anyway, let's peel this back and take a real close look at this woodrat nest and see how it's made, how the woodrat lives. Okay, so here we are now. We removed all the material from above the woodrat nest and all around it to expose it so we can get a really good look. So let's go check it out. So here we have the nest. It's about 7 feet down the slope. It's about 5 feet wide. It's got about 3 feet of height to it. There's several entries and exits at the top, side, down at the bottom. So here we are at the top of the nest. The woodrat has used the trunks and branches of the acacia plant as the framing for its home. And so it has an entrance up here at the top that allows it to get in from above. And it also has another passageway down here to get into the top entrance. Starting up here at the top of the nest, as we come down, we get into the side entry, which comes along here and goes up and inside. Okay, so starting where we left off from the side, you come around the bottom, and you've got a lower entry to the nest. And then we've got two more right above it. With multiple entries and exits, it has a way to escape if some predator was to try to approach it in its nest. So this is the overall exterior of this nest. The next thing we're going to do is open it up so we can see the interior chambers. Here are some sketches of the exterior we just toured, and the interior we will look at next. Okay, so we've got this all uncovered now. We've exposed all the various rooms and chambers. So let's go ahead and take a look and see how it all looks. Here is an overview of the interior passages and chambers from the top, showing the main level and some of the lower level. And this view from below, showing the lower level. Starting at the topmost house entry, among the trunks and branches, you enter a long, covered hallway, now exposed, that goes down the side of the house to a lower recessed chamber. The side entry also has access to that hallway, going on down to the lower level, the recessed chamber below. You also have a passageway from the main level above, plus access from below. The lower recessed chamber doesn't have any food remnants or nesting material, so it seems like a temporary hiding place for when danger is present. So it is the woodrat's panic room. That lower recessed chamber has access from the top hallway and side entry, the main level above, and the lowest entry. The lowest entry gives access to the lower recessed chamber, plus access to another chamber. The pack rat reputation for these animals comes from their collecting various items and storing them in their house, like this bone that was in a lower wall. The upper entry above brings you into the main level of this woodrat house, also called a lodge, a den, or a nest. This second upper entry comes into this little chamber. They brought in some plastic cloth material, then goes up into the next main level. We've got some of these empty seed casings from the acacia plant, plus some grass seeds. At the main level, we have a passageway down to the lower level, and the nesting or bedding area. The nest is about 6 inches wide and 6 inches deep and made from finer, softer materials. You can also see some of its droppings here in the nest area. Then there's this passageway leading to the upper entry. Right next to the nest area is this little piece of a plastic bottle the woodrat incorporated into its wall. So here we are taking another look at the bedroom, the master suite if you will. So overall we've got about 20 square feet in this really tiny house. Now we also have the black rat, also known as a roof rat. We have the brown rat or Norway rat, where we get our laboratory rats and our pet rats from. But both of those are European immigrants. The wood rat is a Native American, but they are nocturnal. So you've probably never actually seen a wood rat. But about a month ago or so, I put up some night vision security cameras and captured one just close by, active right around its house. So let me share that with you now so you have an idea what these little animals look like. Here is a path being maintained by this woodrat around its house in these pittosporum bushes. This particular woodrat is storing and eating the leaves from the nearby cherry trees. This woodrat is specifically called a big-eared woodrat, with scientific name Neotoma macrotus. Before 2002, it was considered a subspecies of the dusky-footed woodrat. They usually live alone and protect their territory, so the notch in the edge of its left ear may have come from an encounter with another woodrat. Here comes a second, smaller woodrat with no left ear notch. It is very cautious and jumpy, as it is in another woodrat's territory. This smaller intruder flees when the homeowner arrives and charges at it. With that trespasser driven off for now, it monitors its territory for any further intrusions. This woodrat is here carefully placing a pittosporum branch into the roof of its house. Rather than being just a pile of sticks, the woodrat constructs its house quite deliberately, much like a beaver placing sticks in its dam or lodge. Woodrats are about the size of a tree squirrel that you may have seen in a city park, but they also kind of look like a mouse, but a really big mouse. For comparison, here is another native, the California mouse, with scientific name Peromyscus californicus. And this mouse also sometimes shares these stick houses. Thank you for joining me in this glimpse into the world of one of our native North American mammals.